All right, I'm back. We got some black coffee right here by Roseline out of Portland. It's their Oro signature blend. It says it has notes of chocolate caramel. It is quite a nice cup. First time I've had them. So, cheers. We got our varietal Beer Co. Shadow Fall Coffee Beer Festival mug right here. I made some rich demerara syrup for my cocktails last night. I put a little bit of that syrup in my coffee this morning, and it is pretty good. It is setting it off. A little bit went a long way. There's this nice sweetness to this. The caramel's really on the forefront. Chocolate's kind of undertone at this point, but that is a good cup of coffee right there. That is nice. All right. For the shave, we got AA Shavings Moonlight. This is coming out soon, or depending if I get this uploaded on time, it might already be out. But at this point, it's not out yet. It's coming soon. So AA Shaving out of Washington. Moonlight, you can see the scent notes wrapped around the outside there. Scotch whiskey, myrrh, berry, and calone. 4 ounces of luxury shave soap right there. We kind of got like a staring up at the stars type effect through the forest. Very nice label, waterproof. Matching side label, AA Shaving Moonlight. We got the full ingredients list. This is a tallow soap right there. A bunch of butters and oils as well. The scent notes once again, and some contact info from AA Shaving. If we pull the lid off, you can kind of see kind of a marbled color soap here. We got patches of light brown, tan, and then a little bit off-white in some areas as well. Kind of a rough pour. It is a firm, but not so firm you can't press into it easily. Crope soap type deal. That is the soap. I have it lathered up already in my Lancaster Razorworks shave bowl right here. Staple of my daily shaves. We are leaning into the Lancaster theme today. We got the Lancaster Razorworks brush as well. This was a custom gift that I had made for me. This is part of my 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse collection of brushes. This one is Death, so it's tall, slender, kind of got the black cloak on top, the pale green on the body there. Very, very nice brush. You can see we got the flutes in the ferrule as well as flutes down here on the base of the handle. Just a one-of-a-kind, stunning brush by Lancaster. And then, of course, we got very nice, dense, luxurious, thick lather there. Real good stuff. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. Let's go ahead and give some quick impressions on the scent here. So this one, you definitely kind of get the Scotch whiskey. There is like this boozy sweetness to it. It definitely, this one, the booziness definitely comes through, which I didn't feel like was the same off the puck, but once it's lathered, the boozy sweetness does come through. I think you also get a fair amount of that myrrh, which is, kind of like an incense type deal. And then just a little bit of berry, just adding a little bit of kind of like brighter sweetness to the mix. And the cologne is probably just adding some body to it. It is a very nice smell. This one's about medium scent strength, enough to make me not bitch about it. Austin, no. Austin, the maker of AA. He knows that if it's lightly scented, I'm going to say something. This one's about medium scent strength, so I cannot complain. Very nice looking lather though. Yeah, and I'm really enjoying the scent on this one. Let's go ahead and wet the face and get this show on the road. Hope everybody is doing well. I know I am. I'm handling business over here on my side, getting shit done around the house. I replaced my porch light the other day because I was grilling after work on the barbecue, and this is something that it's been kind of like a peeve of mine for a while, that my back porch, the light is just too damn dim. Even when I replaced it with a brighter light, it was still just too dim to kind of reach all the way to my grill. So I finally broke down and bought a more powerful light, and this one has a motion sensor and 3 settings of brightness and everything. So I did that the other day. I did that yesterday, and I'm glad I did, because it is such an improvement from what I had previously. So getting shit done around the house. I know it's still cold here, but spring is coming. Like you can tell. I'm starting to see, little bits of grass and other greens starting to poke up a little bit. So not quite there yet, but shit is gonna hit the fan soon, where we're gonna be, having to upkeep the lawn and everything here in no time. So looking forward to that. I didn't talk about the knot on this one, but if you're familiar with the channel, this is the Lancaster, their V1 Badger knot, which is my absolute favorite knot. I have other custom hand-tied deals, but none of them really just hit the balance that I like compared to this one. This one is my favorite in my collection. Not too dense, not too, thin. It's got medium backbone, great flow through, soft, like barely gelled tips. Still has a little bit of scrub to it. Just a great knot. He's on to V2 now, I believe, which is also, really similar, but I still like the V1 better, in my opinion. Sorry if I'm a little bit raspy. It's in the morning, but to be honest, I'm getting over a sickness, so a little bit raspy, but it is what it is. And then right here, we got our Schick Injector that was gifted us by Zeke Hall. And this one has the turquoise handle, which I absolutely love. I've wanted one of these in my collection for a long time. And this one's in pretty good condition, to be honest. So there you go. You can see that ever sharp Schick on the collar right there. Looks like we have a supply injector blade in this one. Clean this one up. Looks pretty damn good. Oh yeah. So I have about a week's growth again. I was kind of holding off making the video until I got a haircut, which this past week was harder than usual for me to schedule. Me and my barber were just not on the same page this past week. Took me a little bit longer to get that haircut, but now that I actually look presentable, I'm getting the video shot. If you're familiar with AA shaving, great soap. Absolutely no issues with slickness, original or residual. Has a nice kind of medium density in my opinion. I've noticed with the last 2 releases that I got that it's one of those soaps as a bowl lather, anyways, I gotta put a caveat, but as a bowl lather, it's like the soap like completely absorbs into the knot, leaving like no sign of lather. It's just like it completely just absorbs into the knot, which is very scary. I gotta admit, I'm not a fan of soaps that do this, because they scare me. You know, like what the hell happened? Did I overhydrate it, or you know, am I doing something wrong? I know I'm not doing something wrong. It's the same method I use for every single soap across the board. And it kind of scares you, because it's like the soap is completely gone off the walls of the bowl, and there's just no sign of lather whatsoever. It just completely gets soaked up into the knot. And then at this point you're like, well, I got nothing to lose. Let's add some water to it, because can't take water away, but you can always add more water to it. And you know, you start off with just a damp brush, but it's not like sopping wet or anything. So you know, you're thinking there's no way I overhydrated it. It's just impossible. So let's add some more water to it. And then you start seeing kind of a airy, fluffy lather that looks like it's overhydrated visually. And then you got nothing to lose, so you add more water to it. And more water, you know, more lather starts developing. And so you're like, okay, you know, this is working. Adding water, agitating, adding water, agitating. Somehow the lather is just coming from seemingly nowhere. It's like there was absolutely no lather visible when I first started, and now it's just appearing. So I hate it when soaps do this to me, because it always kind of gives me where I'm like clenching my butt there for a bit, where I'm just like, what did I do wrong? But if this happens to you, just hang tight, keep adding little bits of water, little by little, keep agitating, and the lather will eventually start to form, even if it don't, look like it right off the bat. The lather will eventually start to form, and you'll have a nice, dense, thick, creamy lather in no time. Really not that hard to build this lather whatsoever. It's just the way that it starts out, the way that it begins, kind of sketches me out, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the soap just disappearing with no sign of lather, but it's happened to me enough times that I know to just hang in there. Which was, that was the case this morning. I like it with other soaps where it's like, as soon as you put moisture to the soap and start agitating, like, it begins to get kind of pasty because there's not enough water, and you can kind of see that paste, and it's like, okay, this is a really dry lather. I need to keep adding water, and you can kind of build and see the progression from there, not where it completely soaks into the knot and then there's no sign of lather whatsoever. And then it starts out as what appears as like a washed out, overhydrated, airy lather, and then somehow with more water becomes more dense and more, solidified. It's like a complete mind fuck to me. But it works. Somehow it works. It's like two ways to get to the same result. It's a great lather. I just don't like it playing tricks on my mind. But all the slickness, nice creamy density, no problems there. The injector, you guys know injectors are my favorite style. The injector feels great. You know, with these razors, you always get, you know, some degree of blade feel. This one's, you know, low to medium, but no, it's not. It doesn't feel aggressive in any way. It's just kind of like a nice little bit of blade feel. Keeps you honest, lets you know that you're making good contact, but it's really smooth and gentle, and the angle of the razor is pretty much given to you for the most part. You know, it has a natural curve to the neck. The angle is pretty much given to you. So really intuitive razors to pick up and start if you haven't tried one yet. Very, very nice, very enjoyable. Absolutely love injectors. And even now, as I'm kind of concluding the shave, I can still feel or I can still smell the Moonlight very easily. I could still smell it. It smells great. Even though it's only 4 notes, I think the kind of boozy nature of the Scotch whiskey note makes it to where you don't go nose blind to it like you might with some other more simplistic scent profiles. That Scotch whiskey note, that booziness kind of hangs around. And I really enjoy it. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna rinse off and we'll get into the post shave. Oh, that was absolutely wonderful. I think we got away with a flawless shave, which is, you know, not uncommon when you're shaving with a Schick Injector. They're just such good razors, you know, for beginners or even for more veteran guys or people who've never tried them before, whatever. They're great razors. Got the Lancaster Razorworks Black Sheep towel here. Okay. Go ahead and get the bulk of that lather out. Absolutely plush, luxurious. Love these things. Excuse me. Okay, we'll get the rest of the lather out of the beard off camera. We got these AA Shaving Moonlight, the matching aftershave, 100 milliliters right there. We got the ingredients: witch hazel, water, let's see, I'm reading backwards, camellia oil, meadowflower foam, meadow foam oil, glycerin, candula oil, vitamin E, and essential oils. And then you can see the scent there as well. And then again, just some helpful information. Let's go ahead and give this a good shake, see how it compares to the soap. I've had like 3 or 4 of these caps, not from AA Shaving, but just this style of bottle, this style of cap. I've had like 3 or 4 of these crack. So these are prone to cracking, guys. So I would say, you know, just hand tighten to where it's, you know, to where it's just tight. Don't overdo it. Don't crank down on these ones. Put it to where it's just snug. That's it. Don't overdo it, because I've had 3 or 4 of them crack on me, which sucks. We got the industry standard quality restrictor right there. Go ahead and get a nice little handful. It's kind of got like a amber, like a translucent amber color to it. A little bit viscous, oily. Ooh, that went on very smooth. No stinging, no burn. Very nice. I'm gonna have to double check if this was alcohol aftershave, because I'm blanking. The scent strength on this aftershave is booming, and I love it. This is bold and banging. This is what I wish the soap was. This is banging. Wow. Okay. It definitely amplifies almost everything. You definitely get a more rounder, richer version in the aftershave. Definitely still get that Scotch whiskey in the forefront. The myrrh is still probably number 2. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, just more richer, more bold. A more full experience of the scent, which is common. So this is a witch hazel. Okay, so no alcohol, just a witch hazel base, which is completely fine with me. Some of my favorite aftershaves are actually witch hazel base, so no problems here, no complaints here. That is wonderful. All right, guys. This should be coming out soon, so check it out. Really great soap, really great scent, and couldn't come from a better guy, Austin at AA Shaving. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next one.